has been a wild ride here the last 48 hours, ladies and gentlemen. I have had huge amount of peaks and maybe some of the worst valleys ever the last 48 hours. So I'll just lay it out to you. I always thought I was too cool to have a podcast. Now I have to have a podcast in order for anyone to even know who I am, even in my own family. All it is Tyson Bagent this, Tyson Bagent that. Yes, my son scored a touchdown in the NFL. His acting agent, has started a worldwide tour for this man, only to find out that I have been fired from being his agent. He has hired two other I can't say that, maybe they're good people. But two other people are in charge of my son's future, and I have been issued a gag order. I'm not even allowed to talk about Tyson. They even took my hat. I don't even have a hat anymore. So it was really cool when I was his agent, when no one knew us. I was the driving situation from the marketing department. Now they barely even acknowledge he even has parents. And he's different. I can't even get a hold of him anymore.
Well, do you think it's going to be good? It's for the good for his career or for the worse?
He said that I am too much of a shady character to be in charge of his finances and or being his marketing liaison. His mama told him that shit.
Can we get Casey on the phone?
His mom, she changed her number too. I don't even know where they are. They're all gone. I woke up to an empty hotel room today. Everybody's gone.
Hotel room today. Yeah, because we forgot you ain't got the house, right? You're in this tough situation.
Come on, man. I'm struggling, man. Is there anybody? If you feel sorry for me, write Cowboys fan, because that's what I am now.
Cowboys.
I'm just a Cowboys fan like I used to be. So if you're here for this podcast to find out anything about the Bears or Tyson Bagent, there will be no mention of the Chicago Bears, nor any mention of that old quarterback who used to be a person I knew in my life.
Right, so we keep in the spot.
You give your sweat and tears to somebody for 23 years, and this is how they repay you once Jimmy Kimmel calls.
Once Jimmy Kimmel calls. Okay,
whoa!
So this podcast is directly arm wrestling, I'm assuming, from what you
100%. There will be no mention of said quarterback nor said former team, now known as the Dallas Cowboys. And I will go on record to say the greatest quarterback I've ever known is Tony Romo.
140 South African Rand super chat. It's about $7. Can we expect
$7? That reminds me of the $7 I loaned Tyson Bagent before camp started. And now look at it, an undrafted free agent about to maybe make the 53-man roster. Maybe, but right now, I think he's going to make it. But listen, Artem, I already told you twice. Don't keep asking me questions about Tyson. Move on with the card.
I got you. Can we expect another Travis Bagent signed trading card for East versus West 9 or 10? As I was not able to get East versus West 6 trading cards.
I pray that I disrespected the process so badly with my initials that no one ever asked me to do another trading card. Just like the trading card deal I got Tyson with Panini, with Leaf, with all of the card companies that you people are buying right now. Tyson's card went from $6 to $800. That card right there, Artem, you need to put that on eBay and tell me how much money they offered you. Can you please do that? But
no,
listen, Artem, that's
no.
it, bro. Do not ask me another question about Tyson. Move on.
Yeah.
Game plan, you could so easily be overwhelmed. Kind of like the draft. I thought Tyson was getting drafted, right? All of a sudden, overwhelmingly, no, you're an undrafted free agent. Even though I put my heart and soul in those ESPN and those NFL things, did everything I could do for that young man, he decides I'm no longer his agent. So, yeah, Adam is in big trouble, man. And listen, Artem, quit drawing reference to the whole bear thing. You can already tell I'm a little twisted about Tyson possibly starting Saturday at Soldier Field because he is a bad man. So bad, he doesn't even hang out with his pops anymore. I know, is that crazy? Crazy how expensive the Tyson Bagent card right now.
Hold on. I was looking up Ivan Matushenko and David Arabuli's stats of cards, but then I scoop on eBay because I don't want to talk about this, football stuff. However, that Tyson Bagent card was sold yesterday with $5 shipping, $5.85 shipping, and $785 for the card itself. Was sold yesterday. And the one before
Artem, I do not care about the Chicago Bears or that bullshit anymore. This is an arm wrestling podcast. If anyone mentions the Bears, they're out.
That's not the same card I got. What the fuck? Hey, the card before that on the 16 was sold for $222.
Woo, man. That is trippy, right?
Many helmets were sold for $100 each.
Whoa. Listen, if you don't change the subject, I'm getting off the podcast right away.
Sorry, sir. Ivan Matushenko.
I do not want to talk about Tyson Bagent and the Chicago Bears, even though he was trending Saturday in the top 4 in the world. You were either talking about Messi, Trump, or Bagent. That's it. Kind of like my quest to get Tyson Bagent drafted. But what does he do? Hires a big-time agency. Now his dad can't even get a hold of him.
Can we keep it arm wrestling, please?
I'm not going to be able to tell you again, Artem. Strictly East versus West arm wrestling. No Tyson Bagent. I'm tired of every scroll. You can't even scroll down my Facebook. All I see is Tyson Bagent. He's the greatest thing in the world. He did it all himself, despite how terribly he was raised. That's all we're hearing across the whole country. This is some bull to the shit. Just because he's the greatest quarterback in the history of the world, I'm supposed to drop everything I'm doing and not do this arm wrestling podcast, only be talking for you know how many interviews I got set up right now with Chicago? I can't even do them because I've got a gag order. They think I'll say something crazy, Artem.
Can't believe it, especially if you watch the press conference. Tyson said the only call he took was from his daddy. So, people are watching, son. People are watching.
And that was to tell me I was fired. That's the only thing he wanted. He said, I don't need you anymore. I'm big time. You're fired. So that's why I will never talk about the fact that my son is going to the College Football Hall of Fame. That he, as an undrafted free agent rookie in a mere month, is now, besides Justin Fields, the most famous human being in the great city of Chicago. I will not ever be talking about how phenomenal this human being is. Ever again. That's very promising for a guy like me. who now, since my son, like Steve Kaplan in the WAL, has dismissed me from duties after I built them from the ground up, I will now have to be arm wrestling again when I thought that I would never have to worry about that. Reminds me, Paul Lynn played for Bloomsburg.
Did he?
Place where Tyson Bagent played Bloomsburg for 3 years, threw for 1,000 yards. That's averaging over 333 yards per game, almost 13 touchdowns. Absolutely killed. Tyson Bagent has to be the greatest quarterback that's ever played at Bloomsburg University. There is no doubt about it. Home or visiting team. But once again, that's the old part of my life, Artem. You won't hear me talking about Tyson, them damn Chicago Bears, anything about preseason this week, Saturday, 12 o'clock. Tyson coming in either third or maybe second, or maybe he's the starter. Who knows? We are about to see this man blow up. Nothing I ever wanted in my life was to be a part of that. But no, I'm out of that. It's all arm wrestling, Artem. Let's keep on track. I don't think that's going to be very close. I think that's like,
Todd's going to kill him.
like when Tyson Bagent was in college, the second place, the runner-up, the second string quarterback, it was not even close, which is why he went to the Senior Bowl. That's why he was supposed to get drafted. That's why now he went from an undrafted free agent to a dude that the Chicago media can't stop talking about. I'm done with that, though. All I'm worried about is straight arm wrestling, Artem. Keep it on topic, man. Seriously, I'm about to hang up.
I got you. My apologies. Dave, $2 super chat from Lawless Luchadors. The Cowboys.
Hey, that's the dude. That's my squad there. No more mention of the phenom undrafted free agent who has taken over the entire city of Chicago. You will not hear me say anything about the fact that my son is a unicorn freak weirdo beast at football, because I'm done with that shit. This podcast here, the only thing you could ever hear me say is arm wrestling.
That was it.
The last Uber I went to was to Indianapolis to watch my son go 9 for 10 on a 92-yard drive in Lucas Oil Stadium. 2 people asked me, is that Peyton Manning? I said, no, sir. That's Tyson Bagent. Wow. What in the world took place? How could a kid be that talented and that selfish and not let his dad run his entire career from a marketing and agent standpoint?
That's insane, man. That's insane. So
let's keep it. I'm getting frustrated. Let's just keep it arm wrestling. Don't be talking about the Bears.
My apologies. Rivas Lutidze.
But I think that Rivas has shown too much versatility in his matches against Todd Hutchings along with Artem. He reminds me of a young Tyson Bagent, the way he commands the stage. But hey, that's a different story. Probably no Tyson Bagent, because he was raised by his father to have 0 flaws when it came to playing quarterback, Artem. If this was a football show, I could go on and on about the poise, the understanding, the fact that out of all the people I've ever met in my life, he is by far the coolest person I have ever met out of everybody. And I'm not a slapdick that hasn't met a rack of people. I've been around all the cool dudes. Tyson Bagent's the coolest guy that I have ever been around. Write that on your show there. Chicago Times.
Hey, Polin.
What up, fellas?
Whoa, there he is. Before you even start, don't be on here talking shit about how awesome Tyson Bagent is. Because that man fired me today. I'm no longer his publicist, manager, and agent. So
He fired
this
you?
show
He
is
fired you
strictly
already?
about arm wrestling only.
Okay, all right. He's scoring touchdowns. He's firing you already, huh?
I begged you not to bring that up. That is a very sore subject.
You need me to talk to him for you? I mean, you put a good word in?
I
Get you a
called
second
him
chance?
twice this morning. The phone, one time it was disconnected. The other time, some lady answered and said he's his assistant.
What the hell are you doing in the gym? Do my eyes deceive me?
Oh, I am tired of hearing about Tyson. It's time for my career to begin. I just see Pablo last weekend. You are next, young man.
All
I
right,
got you. Well, listen, don't be thinking Tyson Bagent when it's over. Yeah, he had nothing to do with it. Okay?
I'm texting Tyson right after. I'm asking if he needs a new agent.
Trust me, there's an opening. There's an opening. I asked him to do 2 shady signings, and all of a sudden, I'm a bad guy.
Well, he ain't a college athlete no more. He's allowed to do all that, isn't he?
I mean, there was some interesting circumstances on the situation, but hey, take one for the team if your dad needs the loot. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
You was treating him like Johnny Manziel's buddy, huh?
Hey, are you kidding me, man? I just got done. My whole business plan came after watching Manziel's whole thing.
Yeah, that was great. That documentary was great.
It was great. It was great. It was really great.
Hey, before you go, Travis, I got a $4.99 super chat. Cannot wait for your Hall of Fame induction speech. I wonder what kind of car your son will get. Congrats. Also, who plays you in Bioflick? What?
I already thought about the HBO True Hollywood movie, whatever you call it, but I figure I'll play myself. I figure we'll have Rihanna or somebody like that play Casey, and I'll play myself.
Rihanna.
Yeah, relax. Calm down for a second. Gonna be you and Tiffany Haddish. All right, maybe.
I'll get back at Tyson and Casey at the same time for trying to ruin my life. After everything I did for those 2 people, Arnold.
Tyson not gonna make it in the movie and shit because you're all upset now. Yeah, Travis Bagent. I've been arm wrestling for this many years. Just 1 hot wife, 2 kids.
4 kids, man. God damn.
No. By the time the documentary are gonna come out, you're only gonna really like the 2.
Yeah.
You have to pick with Ezra and Dia.
There's only going to be 2 of them that still talk to me after their mom poisons their brains like she did with Tyson.
So, hey, I missed the beginning of this. So all this talk here is because he didn't answer your phone call today?
No, he fired me. He fired me right after the game.
Okay.
I was the head of marketing, quality control, everything. I walk in and I got all these new people there, and they tell me I need my ID. My ID. I said, I'm Tyson's dad. They said, you look like you're 28, son. There's no way you could be his dad.
So what?
Yeah, we're done with Tyson. This show will never highlight any more of Tyson Bagent's stats, even though he is the career college touchdown leader at 159. But who cares about that bullshit, Artem?